Hey everyone, Steven here, and today I'm showcasing the Moonside Neon Crystal Cube. Looking at some of the specs and features this has, starting with what you find in the box. This comes with the Neon Crystal Cube with the LED base and crystal cover, a 40-inch USB Type-C cable, the controller, a smaller USB-C cable for the controller, a 15-watt USB power adapter, and the product manual. For setup, you will need to connect the powered USB-C cable to the controller and then use that smaller USB-C cable to go from the controller to the device. The USB-C port is on the back of the LED base, and there you will see two exposed strips of LED lights for cool backlighting effects. You can lay this horizontal or vertical, so you have two options there. And then for the LED base, when you go to pick this out, you have 4 color options you can go with: silver, black, blue, and pink. For the crystal cover, you have 4 options as well: transparent, which is what I have here, frosted, reeded, and ripple. You can mix and match those and pick the different options there to your liking. Once you have this set up, you can download and connect this to the Moonside app, which let's go ahead and shift over to that now, and I'm going to showcase all of the customization that has to offer. So this is the starting page for the app and the device. Here I'm running this off of Bluetooth, not Wi-Fi. If you click on that, you just do the one tap, this will power the device on or off. And then you can scale the brightness here as well. It's a very fine point on there, so you're seeing me try to do it. You have to hit it just right, and then you can scale the brightness up. This does get very bright, and it does have a lot of range when it comes to the total brightness that you have here. You'll see at the top you have device. If we click on that, it's just going to give you all the information you may need on this device: model, I have the Bluetooth connection, date added, firmware version. If you wanted to connect this via Wi-Fi, you could do that as well, or if you needed to just delete the device, you could do that. Now, in order to actually get into this portion here, you have to hold down your finger on the device. You can't just tap it, that'll just turn it on and off. You have to hold it down. For our tabs here, the first one you're going to come on is the light. There you can scale the brightness like we were before. For all of the tabs though, we have color, temperature, light, effects, and then paint, which is really cool. But looking at color here, you have the wheel. You can move that wherever. You can change this from a lighter or darker version of that color, and then you have to hit set color for it to actually apply to the device. You also can just look at the RGB here and put in the color values to come up with whatever specific color that you wanted to. And then towards the bottom, you actually have some presets. So if you just wanted to click on those really quick, you can do that as well. And then you have the color from image. It will try to mimic a color from an image if you have that. I won't pull that up right now. But then you also have random. It's going to shoot this all over the place. So just maybe find a color that you weren't quite thinking of here. So nice little adjustment there. And then shifting over to temperature. So obviously we have just the big circle here with that gradient of different colors. On the bottom, you have 3 tabs with presets that you can choose. When you click on those, it automatically just sets it. If you're gonna go to the wheel, you can scroll that around, but again, make sure you hit set color, and then you can change it to whichever preset color that you want. And it's even giving you a readout of the color temperature as you're scrolling your finger across that. Shifting over now to effects, there is a lot going on here. You can also make your own effects, which I'm going to showcase here in a second, which is really cool. But here, there is a very long list of just the default themes that you have. So here, I'm just going to cycle through a handful of these so you get a good idea of what this can offer. Looking at just like the cover image of it, it gives you obviously the color palette, but it doesn't necessarily tell you what the effects are going to be. As you scroll through all of these and you get towards the bottom, you'll actually shift over into community shared themes. And then beyond that, you're going to get into like music based ones. So if you want to have this sync to your music, you actually have that option, which is nice. And I will showcase that feature as well. But there's just a ton of different, like I said, presets, not only just from the company, but from the community that they've built, and then the music ones as well. So you can tailor this to whichever look that you want, which is nice. And so now I'm showcasing music. You have to have, like, I have my phone very close to the controller so it can actually hear it. If it's super far away, it will not hear it. So if you do use this and it's whatever, maybe a party or something like that, the music has to be loud enough for this to actually register. But once you're here, same thing. You can change these different presets. A lot of cool lighting effects here. I'm only showing this in the horizontal configuration, but you could put this vertical for some of those other ones where it's bouncing up and down for a very cool look. Then we're going to go all the way back up to the top now, and we're going to look at the customization ones here. So create your own. With these, you have the theme code, and you have this long list of various ones, not only regular ones, but music ones as well. So you get to actually pick that first. And then once you pick that out, you can name this whatever you want to name it. And then you get to choose the theme colors. So you still have that same slider right there. So pick out whichever color you're going to use, set that theme, and then save it. And we have color 1 and color 2. Some of these may have more. They may have 3 colors to them. So here you get to play around with that for a while and then always set the theme so you can actually see what is this doing in real time and then make those adjustments from there. So with this one, we're just going to name it Wave 1. You can see the color change as it kind of fades out. Camera's having a little bit of difficulty just making sure that it doesn't oversaturate at the end here, but in person this is extremely vibrant with all of these colors. Now, once you're done with this, the last tab that you have is Paint. Paint is really cool. So this is where you get to see all the LED lights here. So this is the full number of LED lights. You have all your different adjustments that you can do here. You can individually like draw in what you want. You can choose a color here from this color wheel, but you also have the option to mimic a color from something else, right? And then you have Paint. You can heart this. You have a button there. It's like a little circle with the arrows. That's just saying, hey, do this effect, populate this with this adjustment that I've made here, or you can just scrap the whole thing with the delete button. We got the pixel mode, we have patterns, and then for the library there, you actually can choose from the community other lighting effects and then apply it to this as well. So here, just kind of full reign to do whatever you want with this and come up with your own. So this is where you're seeing I've hit that sync button. It's saying, hey, do we want to sync these? It goes through individually and it syncs all of those up. Takes a second to do that, but you actually get to see the process down at the bottom there, and you can see where it's at on this and where it's actually syncing up in real time, which is pretty cool. Now you will see that there's a subtle delay, so as it's syncing this and as it's actually displaying to the device, it's off by a couple seconds, so it has to catch up as it's doing all of this stuff. But after this, I want to click on that library tab and look at some of the stuff that the community has made and put out there. This is only going to get better and grow over time here. Right now, somewhat limited with all the stuff that people have created. But with this, I'm going to click on the Pokeball one. I think that one is really cool looking. I'll hit the sync button here. It'll ask, hey, do you want to sync this? Yes. Same thing. You hit it and then you just wait for it to do its thing, and then it will line all of this out for you. So that's going to be it for the app here. I'm going to showcase me actually just filling the whole thing with one color on this also here in a second. But you have a ton of options when it comes to this device. And with this, if you had multiple, you could line all these up. You could create some really cool effects with this. You can stack these on top of each other. So there is a wide array of different use cases here. And again, you're getting that high level of customization and also just this library of different effects that people are going to be adding over time, which is only going to improve this more and more when it comes to the various options that you have in regards to the lighting effects and things like that. Now you also have the main controller for this, which can power the device on or off. You can also adjust the brightness, and then you can cycle through just a handful of different color and lighting effects. So here, really the app is how you unlock the full potential of this device. But if that isn't something that you can use, you still have that controller. Just keep in mind it is limited with what it can and can't do. Now with the app, you may have noticed that there isn't a scheduling feature built into the app, but you still can use that function. It's just a different route to do it, because this will actually connect to your Google Home or Amazon Alexa. From there, you get all the various features that comes with. That comes with scheduling features, meaning you can turn this on at night, use it as a night light at a certain time, and then leave it on until the morning, then it will shut off. You can do all those various adjustments to this through those apps once you connect it to them. Now, everybody's going to have their own various reasons for getting this and the setup ideas that they have. For me personally, using this with my B-roll desk that I have. This is where I shoot all the B-roll for products. This is just a really cool, nice background piece. It has the color with it, so I can use it to illuminate items. It's just that really cool piece of flair on there that helps with the overall aesthetics to what I'm trying to do. That's just one use case that I have with this. I also plan on using this. We're having a party at the house or something like that. I can bring this down. It can be a lighting effect with the music. There is a large amount of versatility here that you do get. And I also like the fact that you do have options when it comes to the base, the color with that, but also the crystal portion here and the look that you may want to have. You may not want the clear one that I have here. You may want the frosted one or the rippled one. You just have options when it comes to that. So that's going to be it for this video. I will have a link for this in the description if you want to pick it up. If you have any questions about this, let me know in the comment section. I will make sure to answer that for you there. And that's it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button for me as it helps the channel out. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.